In one of my earlier posts, I talked about 6 things you can do, 6 steps to making big changes in your life when you found out about a habit or a coping mechanism that you have that you no longer want to take it with you. And this is all about step 3, which is where did it come from? We've already done step 1, which is become aware of the issue. We've already done step 2, which is accept it and take accountability for it. Now we're on step 3, which is where did it come from and when did it start? So if you have something, I use the example in the other 2 clips of yelling. If you're somebody who's a yeller, you can use this for any habit that you have that you want to change, but we're just going to go with the example of yelling. And you're trying to figure out really where this came from. You're going to trace it all the way back. You're going to do a deep dive into this behavior. When did it first start showing up in your life? When was it done to you in your life? The further back you can go into your teenage years, into your childhood, the more likely you're able to get it by the root and really pull it out and really understand why that behavior is ingrained in you and why it keeps coming up in your life. Oftentimes in our childhood, we receive this programming from the environment that we're in, from the situations that we're in, and it becomes a part of our belief system, whether we choose to believe it or not, because we're around it so much. So the whole point of this step is really doing a deep dive into that hidden belief behind the behavior that you want to change. So if you're somebody that yells, like the example that I used, you're going to say, was I yelled at as a child? What happened when I was yelled at as a child? How did that make me feel? What happened to the people who were yelling at me? Did I start adopting this belief because it was a habit in my household? Did I start adopting this belief because the people who yelled at me usually got what they wanted? You really want to dig into what your agreements are around the behavior that you're trying to change. Once you trace it back and figure out where it came from, then you're ready to go to the next step, which is to be able to release it. But you really can't release something that you haven't gotten to the root cause of. So spend some time on this step. Really dig deep. If you have a behavior that you're exhibiting in your life that you really want to change, spend some time and do the work figuring out where you got it from. This is called the shadow work. This is called the inner work. It's continually asking yourself why. Why does this keep showing up and when did it first present itself?